YouTube, what's going on, guys? It's your boy SalvationsElite. We're finally back with another video, man. It's been what, 7 days, a week, 8 days since we got a video out. It's been way too long. You know, I can insert this excuse here, or I can own it, man. That's what I'm talking about. It's my fault. I should have made time for it before I went on this retreat this weekend with my scholarship. But nonetheless, that's aside, because we talk about Call of Duty today. But just before we get into that, I want to mention that we hit 700 subscribers, which is awesome. I forgot to mention it in the last video, which I don't know how I forgot to mention that, because it's sick. So like the title says, this video is a montage of the best tips from the channel. I wanted to put together like a little bit easier way to consume all the tips on the channel. Since World War II is so close to coming out, I would actually have made more montage videos of, you know, say team setups and things like that for maps and MWR. But I think I'll save that and do that for World War II in the upcoming few months once we, you know, get more videos about the game, obviously. So let's let our ears feast on these Call of Duty tips. Quantitative change, which is doing more of the same thing, isn't even close to as important as qualitative change, which is doing things differently. The idea was that top competitors, the elite guys, the scumpies of the world, shouldn't be seen as better, but seen as different. They have practiced, they have done things differently in their lives where that practice, that approach, that mentality, that attitude is different than what you have, what I have, and that's what has made them elite. They have a will, a drive to get on every day, practice like every tournament is their last, and that is why they're so good. So you need to have a different attitude. That's the big key here. It is incorrect to believe that great athletes suffer great sacrifices to achieve their goals. And often they don't even see what they do as sacrificial at all. It's like what the book was really getting at is that no amount of extra work would transform a college player into a professional player. What it was a change in mentality, a change in approach to how they practiced, which is what ended up converting them from a college athlete to an Olympic athlete. You need to change how you practice, not necessarily how much you practice. So if you understand what the other team's thinking, you're gonna have an advantage on them the whole way through. The only way to know what they're thinking is to do what they've done already, which means you have to play a lot, you have to be in situations that they are in to know what you would do in their situation, so you know what they're gonna do before they do it.
Use it,
There you go, here they go.
Let's go.
Communication.
Everyone push this.
Everyone push.
I got one more.
Look at those trades. Oh, it's so beautiful. It was such a nice play from Optic. The communication's on point. They talk it out and they make it happen. And so, I mean, that's what you have to do as a team. You got to set up together, push together, communicate kill streaks you have, what weapons you're using. Make sure you understand where everybody's going to be and how they're going to play. And that's how you win on a professional level. Be the best teammate you can be, which means, like, take responsibility for when you suck. Take responsibility, you know, when you screw something up. It's really important to say, man, I'm sorry, I blew that one. And just be honest with your teammates, be honest with the guys you're playing with, and then praise other people's great plays. So if they're having a great play, get pumped, get hyped, because they had an insane play. You know, because you'd love it if they're hyped for you. So you gotta be hyped for them, all right? Never just play to win. And what I'm trying to talk about here is the idea that people get sad and depressed when they play against great teams on game battles, UMGs, whatever it is. But that is absolutely the wrong mindset that you should have. You can by far learn the most when you're playing against the best talent. And then after a game, whether you win or lose, you say, what did they do well and what did we do well? You address the pros, the cons, you know, the good, the bad, and you go from there. You learn from those mistakes. Check out what Karma says.
Drama. He does not play.
Bang. Boom. Dead, baby. Karma's a beast. It's just so important. It just shows how important it is to know your opponent, especially when you're a pro like they are. Know who you're playing against. It's so important. When you're watching those videos, when you're watching streams, when you're watching pros, when you're watching Crim, Scumpy, you know, anyone, whoever you watch, don't just watch to enjoy it. Watch to learn. Watch to make sure you're understanding their spawns, understanding those rotations, understanding the call-outs, understanding what's going through those guys' heads when they're playing. Great art breaks the rules. And so what I'm saying is someone like Brett Favre, an absolute legend in the NFL, absolute legend, Barry Sanders, they did things that coaches would say were crazy, that you should never do. Brett Favre would throw across his body while rolling to the right, something that coaches say to never do, but he would do it because he had confidence that he could. And that's the thing. So what you got to do is you first have to believe that you can go pro, and you have to make these changes in the way that you approach practice to really excel and make it to that next level. And that's how you go from being an average Call of Duty player to a good Call of Duty player to a great Call of Duty player to a professional Call of Duty player. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of all these tips. If you guys do, like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Share it if you guys really enjoy it. You know, it helps me out a lot. You know, and like I said, the 700 subscribers is just a milestone on the road to be able to make this happen, make this long-term thing for me. And as you guys know, I would really appreciate it. But as always, I'm your boy, SalvationsElite, and we will see you next time.
153 to 149, and Denal starting to climb. Hardpoint will be contested on board with Hook. Can he find the second? Yes, he can. Nice play from him. Third place going to be pushing in. Hook with a 3-piece, looking for 4. Hook not going to be able to connect.
Hook doing so much damage. Temp right there with